Phil Stephenson, head baseball coach. You guys have essentially gone 2 semesters without getting to play many games, with the spring season canceled and the fall of 20 being limited. What has the excitement level been like amongst the team leading up to this modified spring 21 schedule?
Well, I think excitement is maybe not even the best word to throw at it. I mean, everybody's just chomping at the bit, ready to play. And, you know, we start in basically less than 4 weeks. And at this point in time, you know, we had a little sim game yesterday, and that's the most excited I've ever seen anybody in the sim game as we had going yesterday. So I think guys are ready to play. I think getting a little bit of an opportunity in the fall that we got late in October kind of gave our guys a little bit of a feel as to what our team's going to be like. We've added a couple of pieces during the break, and I think everybody's just really ready to go and get after it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we got when we take Western Nebraska on February 13th.
You've been doing this for a long time, coming on 16 seasons now. How have you had to adapt over the last 11 months compared to what you've been doing for the previous 16 years?
I don't think you can really adapt. I mean, you know, there's all these protocols and everything in place, and you just do what you have to do to the best of your ability to become prepared to start the season. Do I think we'll be anywhere close to where we'll be like maybe when we get to March? No, I don't think so. But it is what it is, and you make the best of it, and you hope the guys do their part in following their protocols and the guidelines we've given them, as we'll try to do the same as a coaching staff and just be ready to play. I just don't think anybody knows, because you don't know what your opponent's going to be like. You don't know what protocols they're going to be following, what's going to take place. You know, you just hope everybody is going to be able and ready to play when it comes time to take on each team. And if not, and you lose some games, you just got to deal with it and move on.
Tell us a little bit about this team and what Conq Nation can expect out of your boys this spring.
Well, I think we've got a really good offensive group, and we're pretty deep offensively. We've got a lot of guys who have the capability of 1 through 9. We've got the ability to score runs. And I think the question mark's going to be is we've got a lot of new arms on our staff, is how quickly those guys are going to be able to jump into their roles and what we're going to do. We just didn't get enough time in the fall to know what to expect completely from everybody. But I like the group. I like the enthusiasm the group has. We've got good students. That's another good part. We've got good people, and those usually equate into good teams. And I think this team will be like that. You know, I just hope we can get off to a really good start and not lose any games throughout the year, because when that happens, that's going to slow you down a little bit and maybe take away momentum that you create when you play well, you know, over a couple of weeks period of time.
Jaxon McCaw, redshirt freshman second baseman from Weatherford, Oklahoma here. Jaxon, from a player's perspective, what can Conq Nation expect out of the team this year?
Well, the fans are really going to like our enthusiasm this year. We brought in some new guys. Everyone looks forward to this season. We're ready to play. We're going to have some fun. We're going to go out there, play hard, play fast, and try to win some ball games this year.
You guys have quite a bit of returners from a team with high hopes from last year. How have you used that as motivation as you've prepared for the spring?
We do have most of the guys that we wanted to come back all came back. So we're all pretty young and we're all pretty inexperienced, but we got a good head on our shoulders. We brought in some new arms. That's going to help us on the mound. And then we're just going to go out there and play hard, and we're going to have some fun.
Luke Smith, redshirt freshman from Blue Springs, Missouri. Luke, you got off to a hot start last year, batting .367 with 18 hits and 11 ribbies through 13 games. How have you been using that as motivation heading into this modified season?
Yeah, so, you know, I got off to a great start last year. I was just happy to help the team out, and I'm going to try to build off of that this year.
While the spring season of 20 didn't happen, you were fortunate to play a lot of fall games this year. What kind of team improvements have you seen from last year to this year that you think will help win some games this spring in the Jayhawk?
Yeah, so we brought back a lot of key guys from last year's team that played a lot and, you know, helped us out quite a bit. But we also brought in a lot of new guys. And, you know, I think we got a great group of guys that we have potential to do something special this year.
Alex Smith, redshirt freshman from Katy, Texas here. Alex, what was the most difficult part of not being able to play games last season? And what's the excitement level around the guys leading up to the spring?
Well, we came out hot and we split with Colby. That was pretty big for us because the previous year we had struggled. So we came out, we were real excited to get the season going, and then whenever it ended, everyone was pretty disappointed. So I think, team-wide, everyone's just ready to get started, and we're ready to jump right into it.
You've been around this league before, and you know what to expect. What are the keys to this team's success in the league this season?
The league is pretty strong. It always is. So we know that we have to come out and we can't make mistakes that will allow them to get ahead of us. We got to always stay ahead, and we have to know that we're always in the game. There's no such thing as falling out of games out here with the way the wind blows, and very offensive league and very offensive team.